Guys, what's going on? Zach Evanesh here, Underground Strength Gym, Strong Life Tip of the Day. Hit those links below. Got a question on the YouTube, okay, right here. And I posted up a video called From Lame Ass to Badass. Somebody was asking about really what it takes to make those emotional changes to go from kind of normal, average, day-to-day things to being more successful, to climbing and jumping up that ladder of success, much of which is a mindset. And just like you guys, I have those days where I struggle with it myself. So it's the mental aspect that kind of propels you to achieve more success. Because when you have your mind in the right place, the right things start to happen. Of course, you need to have business knowledge, business strategy, and so forth. So this question's a very good one. It comes from Garrett. It says, the biggest thing for me is having to feel financially stable, and I realize that with the strength and conditioning field, it's not always going to be that way. I'd love to hear your thoughts on how to overcome the worrying that comes with not always having enough money, especially as a young person. Thanks, as always, for the awesome content you put out, Zach. Cool. So this is a question or a comment on the video From Lame Ass to Badass, and I answered it below. And listen, guys, I think that in today's day and age, you're at a disadvantage and also at a very big advantage, and I'm going to tell you why. Number one, the bad news. A lot of you guys are unable to discipline yourself to do strategic work that allows you to maybe run a part-time passion project, a part-time business on the side that could even equate to a full-time income because you're too busy on Facebook, you're too busy on YouTube, you're too busy watching TV, you're too busy doing things that don't change the lives of others, inspire others, and ultimately help you make this income if you're worried about the money. So here's an example for those of you that don't know much about kind of my story and how much work I've done. When I was a teacher, I'd wake up at 6 a.m. and I would write basically at least one article a day. So I'd wake up an hour earlier than normal. Then I'd go and teach from 8:30 to 3:30 p.m. On my lunch break and on my prep break, I would be writing or taking photos for an article that I was working on. I was writing articles for Elite FTS, for T-Nation. I mean, guys, I even took a sick day to visit a prison to write an article about it. I mean, there's a lot of people that, they're not even writing articles. Here's me taking a sick day, going to visit East Jersey State Prison, also known as Rahway State Prison, where the movie Lockup was filmed with Sylvester Stallone. So that was basically a normal thing for me. I'd stay up, I'd train athletes out of the house or when I opened the gym, then I'd stay up till midnight or 1 a.m. and write more articles and make videos and blog posts. And then on the weekend, I would go and film workouts and travel, and I started the Underground Strength Show. And I was filming, 7, 8, 9. I would stockpile, all these videos, and I would release a video on Monday, another video on Tuesday. So you get what you give in this industry, strength and conditioning, fitness, etc. And you don't have to be an entrepreneur, guys. You could be a strength coach at a school, in a university. It really depends on where you live. Those opportunities change depending on parts of the country. But you can find ways to turn your passion into essentially a side hustle project. So the mindset is number one. Then the discipline to do the work versus to be busy and distracted on Facebook and YouTube watching everybody else do stuff is where you need to have inner strength, mental strength. And that's where things get tricky nowadays because the people making money are not being distracted by the things that make, Facebook and all this stuff. Even I mentioned this before, Tim Ferriss interviewed Naval Ravikant, and he is, I believe, he's the founder of Angel Investor, and I believe he's one of the main founders in Twitter. And he said, playing the game, being successful is when you don't have to play the game. He goes, Facebook and Twitter, they make you feel productive, but you're just being busy doing a lot of nothing. So you get tricked, and you end up not doing stuff. He goes, the people who are using it are using it to their advantage. So that's food for thought. Be strategic and be disciplined to do the right stuff. That's it, guys. Here on YouTube, subscribe, share, comment, and like. I appreciate that big time. Thanks, guys.